Hi, welcome to Conquering Back to School Jitters. And I used to be so crazy upset about the new school year. I used to stress about everything. Um, my mom said I used to come home from school like white as a ghost for the first week until I felt settled. And back then, I didn't know about tapping. It wasn't actually invented yet, and I didn't know about essential oils either. And the two of them together can really support your child in going back to school. Now, I just want to touch briefly on the essential oils that can be, there are so many different essential oils, but there are a few that I recommend that really help me with my anxiety and help me feel calm and confident and able to address new situations. And one of the first oils to use is lavender, and that's the oil that is called the Swiss Army knives of oils because it can be used for so many things. But you can diffuse it, or you can create a roller ball with it, especially if you're using with children. I always like to start low and slow. So just have mix a couple of drops of lavender essential oils, and I can only recommend Young Living. They are the #1 leader in modern day essential oils. They have a seed to seal program, which their oils means that there's no pesticides used. They are responsible from that tiny little seed being planted in the ground. They own the farms. They're partner farms, and they've been around for 25 years. So all my recommendations are just based on Young Living essential oils. And I'm not a doctor. I'm not a. This is just advice that I'm giving as a friend to you. So what you do is you take a couple of drops of lavender oil and you mix it with a carrier oil such as avocado oil or the B6 from Young Living, or you can mix it with fractionated coconut oil, and you just put the two together in a roller ball, and then you can roll it on your child's feet before they go off to school to help calm them down. There is another oil specifically just for it's called Peace and Calming. So as the name says, you can use this, you can put it on again as a roller, for children. I always recommend diluting it. If you're in a pinch, you can use no, I lost my words. You can use lip balm to put it on their wrist and then put the drop right on the lip balm, and that will create a barrier first so that the oils don't get to bounce around first before they go into their system. So you can use Peace and Calming. And the third one, again, it's a blend. It's called Valor. And this one helps give courage. So it's a really great one to create a roller ball. Roll it on the bottom of the feet, on their wrists, behind their ears, and put those on. And I'm just going to, as an adult, I actually just put it on myself neat over my heart. But for a child, I would definitely recommend to dilute it. So now that they're all oiled up, then we move on to tapping. And tapping is emotional freedom technique. It is acupuncture without the needles. It's something that your children have with them at all times, at the tip of their hands. So this is what I'm going to share today is a real simple tapping sequence that you can do with them before they even leave the house. You can do it before. It depends how anxious your child are. And what are the symptoms of your child? Are they anxious? Are they like there's all different symptoms? Do they have a racing heart, fluttering heart? Is there rapid and shallow breathing? Do they have digestive issues, stomach aches? You can get headaches, tightening of the muscles, racing of thoughts, and difficulty concentrating. insomnia and depression. And there's a specific oil that you can use for even all of those symptoms. But I wanted to move on to tapping, which is an emotional freedom technique. It's so simple that anyone can do it. I taught my mom when she was 82 how to do it, and I've tapped on my grandson when he was less than a year old. So you can do it on anyone, and you can do it together, and they can just follow along with you. And the very first thing you have to do is just to acknowledge that there's a problem. What are they feeling? So acknowledge all of the feelings that you're feeling about going back to school. Ask them, what are you afraid of? What are some thoughts that are going through your head? How are you feeling? And when you do that, so this is when you do a live video, you have people just the birthday boy is just happening to come into my office and put me right off track. Happy birthday. That's the truth of the matter. Sorry about that. But anyway, to get back into tapping away their jitters. You can call it stress, you can call it anxiety, you can call it whatever you want. But the truth of the matter is that you can something to help that out. Hi, Jennifer. I'm just about to start the tapping portion of it. This is for if you have, I don't know if you can see the chat box, if you wanted to add in any concerns that your children have about school. What are the fears that they have? What are they anxious about? Do you there's so many different symptoms of afraid, of scared, of what's going to happen in the next year. But if you wanted to put it in the chat box, that would be awesome, and I can actually use your words or what your children are feeling doing the tapping. I know for myself, oh my gosh, every year I would be so panicked going back to school. Who was going to be in my classroom? Who was going to be my teacher? I was really, really stressed out of trying to remember everything from the year before. It's like, what happens? I can't remember math. I can't remember, it's usually math. And the funny part was math was one of my best subjects, but it was like, or I don't remember all the French words that we learned last year. Never realizing that we actually did, there's always a review, and that I was always going to be fine, but I didn't know that, and I would have stomach aches and be really quiet and teary-eyed and emotional, just worrying about going back to school. So in those days, I didn't know how to tap, but now I do. So I wanted to share with you what we can do for our children, and it doesn't matter what age they are. I'm just going to pick random things that come to mind. There's different, if your children are starting high school, that's a whole new thing. But some of the things that you worry, like I remember my daughter when she worried about high school, it was who's going to sit with me? Am I going to fit in? Will people like me? And it was all these things. And then like she stressed the whole summer before, was cranky, was difficult, the whole hormonal thing going on. And at that point, I didn't have oil. I didn't have the oils to help with it, and I didn't know tapping. So we just muddled through. But nowadays, there are so many different tools that we can use to help calm ourselves and calm our children. And the calmer we are, the calmer the children are. Because I know I was stressing, like, is she going to fit in? And did we buy the right clothes for her? And will she, because it was when she went to high school, it was a whole bunch of it was a regional school. So the people were coming from different schools, people she didn't know, were all coming together into one school. And it was a lot of pressure. She felt a lot of pressure to be accepted. like, and I was like, she used to make the sports teams in elementary school. Would she make them in high school? Was she good enough? Would she, how is school going to do? The pressure of being thinking about university, right, when you're in grade 9, like there was all these different things that were going through her head. And tapping would have really, really helped. So if you have, Jennifer, if you have any words that concerns that your children are thinking right now, let me know. Otherwise, I'm just going to start. And the very first thing is that you have to acknowledge what you're feeling. Acknowledge the negative. What is your biggest fear? What is the biggest fear about going back to school? And so for here, you just start with your it's called the karate chop point, and this is where you're acknowledging the problem. And you just gently tapped right here, and you say, and you can repeat after me. And I know some people will be listening to this afterwards, and I want to just make sure that I've got speaker view. There we go. That it will be showing up for you. That you can see it. Okay, kids are grade 7, and who's going to be in my class? Right. Okay, excellent. So yeah, along the right lines about moving from elementary school to middle school. Who's going to be my teacher? Will my teacher like me? Will I get the teacher I don't want? There are so many different things that could come up. So we are going to do just a little tapping for them to learn that this is a way that you can calm yourself down and help get rid of those butterflies in your stomach or what they're feeling. And different people feel a different way. I know I felt it all in the stomach, and that's so that was, yeah, will the kids make fun of me? Well, so we are going to use all those words when we're doing the tapping. And the first thing to do for tapping is just to get really comfortable, put your feet on the ground, and take a really great big breath in. So we take a nice deep breath in, and then a deep breath out. And then another deep breath in, and a deep breath out. And then we kind of just scan our body, starting from the top of our head and just going down, down, down into our body to see where are we feeling this anxiety about school. And mine is like, zip, mine went right to my stomach. And then you have to, but other people may feel it in different spots. But for me, I'm feeling it in, I get the anxiety in my stomach. And then, so you just rate your anxiety on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest. So on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest, what level of anxiety am I feeling in my stomach? Now, I'm not going back to school, but I am. So, but I am going to be on a TV show in that. So I'm just, for myself, relating to how do I feel about that, so that I can get a number in how I'm feeling about anxiety. Where's my anxiety coming from? It's not back to school, but there is other things that I'm going to be doing out of my comfort zone. And on the scale of 1 to 10, for me, when I think about it, it's between a 6 and a 7, so about a 6.5. And so then I'm feeling this anxiety. Breathe in, nice deep breath in, and a deep breath out. And then I just start tapping along my karate chop point. This is your, you can make a fist or have your hand straight. It really doesn't matter. If you're left-handed, you can do the opposite hand. This is the beauty about tapping. It doesn't matter which hand you use or how many times you strum. It's just like, just gently strum. So you can start and repeat after me if you want to do this for yourself. So the first thing is, even though I am feeling this anxiety in my stomach, I choose to love, honor, and accept myself. Even though I'm feeling really nervous about going back to school, I choose to love, honor, and accept myself. Even though I have this feeling in the pit of my stomach, I choose to love, honor, and accept myself. And then the next point is we're just going to tap on your eyebrow point. It's right where the little bone is. You can use one hand or two. I happen to prefer to use 2 hands because I want to get a bigger bang for my buck. So then you just start saying the things that you're feeling the anxiety, what comes up for you, and your words as your will have the most meaning for you. So just follow along. And so the question is, who's going to be, why am I anxious? Who's going to be in my class? Side of the eye, and it's again right where the bone is, right here. You tap here. Who's going to be my teacher? Under the eyes. Will the kids make fun of me? Under the nose. Will I remember everything from last year? Chin point. Will my best friend be in my class? Collarbone point. What am I don't even know what we're going to learn this year. I'm really, really nervous that I'm not smart enough, that I won't be able to do it. And you just tap there. Then the next one is under the arms. It's like chicken wings. What's going to happen in the class? Who's going to be my friend? Who am I going to sit with at lunch? Who am I going to sit with at lunch? And the next one is the chest point. It's right where you're under your rib cages, and you tap here. I'm really nervous about school, but I'm feeling better now. And you just have to say whatever feelings you're feeling. What are your fears? And just say them in the top of the head. It's okay to be anxious. It's okay. I am going to be okay. I can let go of these fears. I can let go of these jitters. It's okay. I've been okay. I've been okay every year. It's going to be okay. And then you take a nice deep breath in and a deep breath out. And then on a scale of 1 to 10, you rate the anxiety in your stomach. How anxious are you feeling now? How are you feeling? So me, because I've been tapping forever, my anxiety's already gone away. But I don't know who's watching, how you're feeling. So we're going to do it a second time now, and we're going to pretend that the anxiety went down, but not completely down. So we're going to go back to the karate chop point, and we're going to say, even though I still have some anxiety, I choose to love, honor, and accept myself. Even though I'm still a little bit afraid, I choose to love, honor, and accept myself. Even though I still feel nervous, I choose to love, honor, and accept myself. And then again, anything that's still popping in your head about, oh, this year I'm going to be doing science. I don't know, I'm not really good at science. What's going to happen? Side of the eye. Oh, I don't want to do, what if I don't make the sports team? Under the eye. What if I don't have anyone to sit with? Who's going to be my friend? Under the nose. What if people make fun of me? What if I don't fit in? What if I say the wrong collarbone point? What if I say the wrong thing? Under the arms. I'm still so nervous about school. And then the chest point, and then we can just tap here and going, just remind yourself all the positive things like, oh, yeah, I've always been okay. I'm just nervous. It's okay. As long as I have one friend in the class, I'll be okay. It's okay. I can make new friends. Oh my gosh, I can make new friends. I'm going to be okay. And then the top of the head, I'm going to be okay. I'm actually looking forward to going back to school. I can't wait to see who's in my class. I can't wait to see who's going to be my new friend. I can't wait to have some fun at school. Recess is the best. Oh my gosh, I can't wait for the school year to start. And now take a nice deep breath in and a deep breath out. And then on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest, rate your anxiety. And if your anxiety is still up, you can go back and do these tapping again and just say whatever thoughts are coming up for you. Just say the thoughts that you're thinking out loud. Acknowledge whatever thought you have. Just acknowledge it. Whatever it is, just acknowledge it. Even if it sounds silly, just acknowledge it. And then the next part is, and this is the part I love, is that once we've let go of that negative, let's add in some positives. So we're going to start right at the eyebrow point and going, oh, I feel good about school. Side of the eye. I'm going to make new friends. Under the eyes. I'm going to have a great year. Under the nose. I'm really smart. I'm going to be able to handle this. Chin point. It's okay if I don't make the team. I can make it next year. I'm really good at sports. I can make one of the teams. I can make it. Collarbone point. It's going to be a really good year. This year, I know how. I am so much smarter this year than last. I can handle this. And then under the arms, I am amazing. Oh, I can do this. School's going to be fun. Chest point. School is fun. School is a lot of fun. I like learning new things. I enjoy school. Top of the head. School's awesome. I'm okay. I can handle all of this. It's going to be a fantastic year. I can't wait. I'm amazing. I am awesome. I am going to have an amazing, amazing year ahead. And now you just take a nice deep breath in and a deep breath out, and you let it go. So how does that feel? How does that feel? I know for any time I do tapping, I feel amazing. The nervousness is no longer in my stomach, and I know I can handle things. Of course I can handle things. It's just a new situation. It's new people I haven't met before. We're going to make friends. It's going to be okay. Oh, he's going. Okay, so now take a nice deep breath in and a deep breath out. You are amazing. So now if someone is feeling upset still, you can tap on, it's called the trauma point. And this is where you tap right here on your collar. You just tap here and going, it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. And tears are great. Tears are a great way to release your emotions. Just let them go. Let them go. And then the second point is, right, instead of where the collar point, instead of the point for the setup statement, it's right here on your wrist. So you tap right here and you just calm yourself down. These are the traumas. So you just go from here down to the nose and just tap here. Just tap there. Keep tapping, tapping, tapping. Tap here. Breathe in and out. I'm okay. I am okay. I'm going to be okay. Under the nose. I'm going to be okay. Deep breath in and a deep breath out. I'm going to be okay. How's that? How's that going? Anyway, does anyone have any questions? Okay, that's good. Everything is great. So I am going to stop this recording, and thank you so much for coming on. I hope this helped. Tapping is an amazing way that you can release the emotion and just let it go. Let it go. You are amazing. You are okay. You're fine. You can handle this. Have a great day.